probably want the hacks, right? The secrets, that one thing that is going to make weight loss stick for you. And when you ask me, a weight loss coach, what that thing is, and I tell you the actual answer, you don't get very excited. You see, you want something exciting, something new. And when my answer doesn't align with that, you think that I'm just being boring. But here's the thing, losing weight is exactly that. It's boring. It's eating balanced meals, it's getting enough protein in, it's staying hydrated, it is sleeping well. And when I tell people that, they think that I'm just withholding information, that one hack. But here's the thing, you are not alone in that. You see, most people that have been dieting for years have this thing in common. I mean this respectfully, but they think that they are too good for the basics. Like they've already tried them and they just need something more advanced because there must be something uniquely wrong with them. But here's the simple truth of the matter. If you had been consistent with those things, then you wouldn't be in the position now where you're likely needing some help losing weight. So here's why you're stuck. If you've been jumping from diet to diet, then your issue is consistency. You're looking for the complex answers instead of doing the right things and doing them well. You see, weight loss happens when your physical and your emotional needs are met. It's not when you hack your metabolism, when you don't eat carbohydrates. And it's definitely not when you time your meals according to the moon cycle. Now, the very first thing you need, think about a pyramid, is the base of the pyramid. You need the right foundation. And if you can't get that right, then no hack is going to save you. So let's start with your physical basic needs. Now, the first one might sound a bit counterintuitive, but you need to be eating enough food. Regular meals, well-balanced plates, enough protein, enough fibre with each meal, eating at the same times throughout the day when possible, having snacks in between meals. You see, if you are under-eating all day and then binging and snacking all night, then it's not willpower that's your issue. It's that you're simply not fueling properly. So that's step number one. Now, the next physical need that you need to meet is hydration. You see, if you're permanently dehydrated, then you could be mistaking hunger for thirst. And if that's the case, then of course you're going to be struggling. So start with just a glass upon waking and then a glass with every single meal. And this is also going to help you slow the hell down when you are eating, and you'll likely feel more full as a result of that. And then the next and final physical need that you need to meet is sleep. Now, I know that a lot of my audience are new mums, or you're going through the menopause, or you're working a really stressful job. Maybe even you do night shifts. So the advice, just sleep more, isn't going to be that helpful for you. However, I want you to ask yourself, am I actually giving myself the best opportunity to get to sleep each night? Am I going on Netflix too late? Do I need to watch that last episode? Am I having caffeine too late in the day? And if you answered yes to any of those questions, then fix that. When you're exhausted, your cravings skyrocket and your inhibitions are lower. And what this effectively means is that you are going to be far more likely to press the fuck it button. So those are your physical needs. When you get them in place, you'll find that your cravings will reduce, you will actually be satisfied, and you'll be far more likely to stay on track. Now, here's another big thing that a lot of people get wrong. Weight loss isn't just about dealing with your physical hunger, it's about meeting your emotional needs. See, hopefully you know this by now, but food isn't just fuel, it is comfort, it is connection, it is enjoyment. And if your approach to weight loss is just to cut out all of the food that you love, are you surprised that you're not lasting more than 2 weeks on every single diet that you do? So that's step number one for meeting your emotional needs. I encourage my clients to have something called a joyful meal each day or each week. If you go for the daily approach, it could be that you allocate 10% of your total daily calorie allowance to something that makes you feel good. Maybe it's a glass of wine, it could be a nice hot chocolate, it could be a small chocolate Freddo bar. Or if you like to go out with your partner, with your family, then it could be that you plan in one delicious meal and you make that fit into your weekly allowance. Again, if your diet just makes you miserable, you are not going to stick to it. So enjoyment is the key to adherence. Now, the next big thing that you have to think about is your quality time and social connection. Think about this. If the only joy in your week is when you are eating, then of course you're going to be overdoing it and likely binging. Now, if there's something in life that's completely unavoidable, just like death and taxes, it is stress. We have busy jobs, you likely have children to look after, you might have family crap going on. And if you're not taking any time to find happiness, not just pleasure, in your day or in your week, then food is going to be what you go towards. Because the one moment that you finally get to yourself, you are going to sit down on the sofa with a snack to keep you going. And when you're in that situation, of course it feels impossible to stop. But here's the thing, food, social media, alcohol, staying up late at night. These all give you short-term pleasure. They feel good in the moment for sure, but they do not contribute to your long-term happiness, because whenever you are done eating, scrolling, drinking, you are still going to feel whatever feelings you had before that caused you to overeat in the first place. So what I need you to start doing is looking for ways to fill your cup that aren't just to do with short-term hits of pleasure. Stuff like joining a social group, getting a new hobby, working towards a goal. When you are more fulfilled in your day-to-day life, food becomes less and less appealing, and your ability to stay on track will massively increase. And then the final emotional need that you need to start meeting is your fulfillment. You see, if you're using food to escape, to numb, to zone out, then of course food is going to be the only option for you. When nothing in your life feels good, weight loss can never be the priority. So fix those things first, make yourself happier and healthier, and you will lose weight as a byproduct. And the final piece that a lot of you are probably missing is accountability. Because if you already know what to do and none of what I've said sounds completely out of the blue to you, then your issue is that you're just not doing it. What you really need is someone to hold you to your word, and someone who isn't going to quit on you. Someone who will call you out when you start slipping back to old bad habits. Someone who will check in on you multiple times throughout the week and review your progress and help you make adjustments that will work, not just you slashing your calories and then inevitably causing yourself to binge eat. And if you're someone who is great at starting but not very good at following through, then this is likely the exact thing that you need. So with my one-to-one coaching, you and I will work together and do the following. We will get the basics nailed, no more all or nothing dieting, no more binge and restrict cycles. I'll help you meet your emotional needs so food stops being your only way to escape, and I will be your sounding board, someone to talk to, someone to rant at. And I will keep you accountable by messaging you directly on WhatsApp throughout the week, and then we will have a one-to-one check-in at the end of every week. That could look like a video phone call, it could look like a detailed written response, it could look like a voice note if you're busy, or it could look like a screen recording where I go through all of your data. The time will pass either way, so you can either decide to stay where you are right now or fill out an application to work directly with me. And if you'd like to do the latter, then I'm taking on just 5 one-to-one clients this month. So if you're ready to get this started properly, then fill out the form in the description of this video and we can see if it's a good fit for you.